everybody, it's over the Metalhead here. Hope you're going well. Now, I'm going to continue on the discussion about all the countries I've been to. And today, we're going to go talk about Mexico. Now, I could have actually gone to Mexico in April 2010 when I was staying in Los Angeles for a whole week, but I was very lazy and I was very stupid hanging around like Hollywood for a whole week. I literally could have taken a bus from Los Angeles to San Diego, walked across the border to Tijuana and say, hey, I'm in Mexico, and went back into America and continued my travels. But it took me 8 long years to get back to North America. And the reason why I waited this long is basically because, right, if you're in Australia and you don't want to, travel through the United States to get to Mexico, it gets really expensive. I mean, it's much easier if you have a clean record, a clean passport, and you apply for an ESTA, and you just basically fly to Los Angeles, change planes, go through passport control, and then fly to Mexico. But it gets really problematic if you've traveled to a lot of weird countries in the world. You're not eligible for ESTA, and yeah. So it's much easier to get to Mexico without transiting America if you live in Europe. Or even if you live in China and Japan, there's even direct flights from China and Japan to Mexico. So in the UK, TUI flies to Cancun, and they also fly to other coastal cities in Mexico, with all the resorts. But I would have preferred to have gone to Mexico City. It was December 2018, and I just bought a cheap return flight from Birmingham to Cancun for Christmas. But the sad thing was, I hardly spent much time in Mexico, because as soon as I landed in Cancun, I was waiting at the bus station for the bus to go to Belize. And then I traveled from Cancun to the Belize border, and I had to pay $25 as tax departure. And then when leaving on New Year's Day to go back to England, I had to pay 50 quid in taxes to leave, which I thought was a bit dumb. Because normally departure taxes should actually be included in your ticket, but in all these countries they're not, and you have to pay in hard currency to leave. I can't really say that I've really seen much of Mexico. Literally I've just walked around Cancun City, haven't seen anything interesting, didn't see any beaches, didn't really care. Although I did love picking out on nachos and hot dogs and 7-Eleven and drinking Sol beer and yeah, just having a good time in Mexico. But if I do want to go back to Mexico, I will probably just fly to Mexico City from the UK, or maybe from Germany or Spain, just kind of depends. But it might take me a while to bring back to Mexico, because literally I'd rather go to Cuba. I mean, when I was in Cancun, there's a lot of Cubans who live there, and Cuba isn't that far. So it's nothing that could have stopped me from flying from Cancun to Havana, but the time was killing me because I had 2 weeks away. I just spent most of the 2 weeks traveling overland in Central America. Anyway, over and out.